Hello everybody, this is Chrysantheme and welcome back to Might and Magic 6. Now guys, I've decided that during the time in between episodes, I am going to take my time and sell the things that I don't need, so I don't waste my time doing that. One thing that I am going to do on camera though is I am going to train and assign my skill points, just so if you are still wondering on how I build up my characters. And since I have a fair amount of skills to upgrade now, I am going to be doing this first. So Silver Cove for Master Body Skill.
Hello. Yes.
Hello! And then for Fire Magic, which will sort of come in handy for what we'll be doing this episode. And now I think I need to go to the Mar of the Damned, which is lovely.
Hitch up the horses.
For Master Chainmail. But now I actually remember where that guy lives, so ha! Joke's on you.
Would you like to buy something?
No.
Well, I never.
I would not like to buy anything. Guys, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing the last of the sort of first line of main quests, which are the council quests. The main quests, or let's put it this way, what we've been doing until now in terms of main quests is we've been doing quests for the lords of Enroth. And the reason that we've been doing this is because we want to get into the High Council, or not get into the High Council. We need the High Council's approval to visit the Oracle. I already have Torchlight, so I'm not going to bother with that. And we already did 5 out of 6 quests for the Lords. We did 1 for each. We did the Find Lord Kilburn's Shield for Wilbert Humphrey. We defeated the devils in the outpost and got their plans for Osric Temper. We fixed the stable pricing thing, which was totally, legit and legal, I'm sure, for Lady Loretta Fleece. We found the Prince of Thieves for Lord Anthony Stone, and we stopped winter for Eric von Stromgard. So basically the only thing we have left now is to find I think it's called the Hourglass of Time, yes, for Lord Albert Newton. And in my opinion, this is the hardest of the council quests to do, because it has the longest dungeon and the most difficult dungeon. So yeah, and this is it, Garrick's Forge. Now, before you visit Garrick's Forge, one thing to note is that to complete the quest, you will actually need to find the key to Garrick's laboratory. Now, we found it on Mist in the Silver Helm outpost, so we already have that. And that's a good thing. Let me just buff up my party. And one thing that I will do is I'm going to cast protection from fire as well. You will see why very, very soon. But that's pretty much going to be it for now. And the reason why I won't be relying on my Fire Blast spell most of the time, even though I didn't really rely on it that much in previous episodes, is because this dungeon is filled with fire elemental enemies, who are of course immune to fire magic. Now luckily this dungeon is also filled with another type of mobs, and those aren't immune to fire magic, so it will come in handy, just not in the first segment of this dungeon. Let me open this door. Ooh, there's an axe. A war axe, okay. I've got a better one. And pull the lever on this side. So I extend this bridge. So yeah, the elementals have the annoying ability to break my gear as well, but it doesn't happen as often as with the dragons, who basically destroy a piece of equipment every time they hit me, which is all the time if I'm in turn-based mode. So there's gonna be a lot of levers in this one though. I think something broke. Yeah, something definitely broke right now. So let me just check. So we lost a ring. That's it. Okay, good. And this is going to be the second type of enemy in here. The Warlock Magician, Mage, or whatever they're called, Sorcerer, I think, yeah. Warlock Magician, Sorcerer enemies. They aren't... Well, okay, honestly, they are strong. In the sense that they deal a lot of damage. They are ranged units, but the most annoying thing about them is that they cast Insanity. Now, I don't think I have Cure Insanity yet. And I don't have it, because if I had it, it would have been on my Cleric. And the thing with Insanity is, if you choose to rest with a character that is insane by means of sleeping, let me just demonstrate. This is what will happen. Pay attention to the spell points. So yeah, the spell points did regenerate a bit, but that's only because I have... What do I have that gives me spell points back? Oh yeah, it's the bow, right? Yeah, it regenerates spell points over time. However, because my High Priest is insane, it basically means that whenever I sleep, I do not get any spell points. In fact, if I do still have some spell points left over, and I choose to sleep, I will wake up without any spell points. So be careful about that. That is an annoying thing that these magician type enemies do. And we will have to be careful about that. So it's Torchlight. And I'm going to cast Protection from Fire with you, and then Wizard Eye and Haste. And let's just go forward. So this will be it's going to be a fairly difficult dungeon, honestly. I hope that I will manage to sort of clear it all. Because, like I said, the magicians make it very annoying to finish this dungeon. Purely because of the insanity mechanic. So we will be backtracking a fair amount.
Can we assist you?
For obvious reasons. We don't really want to have our characters insane and everything, so... Oops. So... this dungeon is filled with, well, one fairly easy puzzle that actually has a way around it, so we won't be doing the puzzle per se, because I usually do it in a different manner. And now the puzzle is this. This is the door that we need to reach, the upper eastern door. Now the thing is, you have levers on the sides of these sort of like tiny bridges here. And what you need to do is you need to open this door and open this door, or keep it opened, and then move this bridge over there. Now that's what you would normally have to do. Fortunately, Might and Magic 6 is a bit glitchy. Let me just quick save this here. Lava does hurt me a bit, but pretty much as water, so it's not lethal at the same time. And this is what sometimes happens. I'm not in the lava, but I will still get damage, so I'm just going to quick load again, and then just try again, and hopefully... Nope. I still have trouble with this. What if I try to hit this place? And then jump from here. There we go. And we basically got out. So, from that bridge jump towards that platform underneath with the "I fallen into lava, please teleport me out of it" button. And that's pretty much it. It's a fairly simple one, but I just never do it, to be honest, so... So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of spellcasting in this dungeon.
Got it.
And this is a...
Aha.
This is actually a high tier dungeon. Like I mentioned, it's the highest tier dungeon that we will be visiting for the mainline quests. And honestly, I think it's one of the more difficult dungeons in the game. It's pretty much the most difficult dungeon that you will go to in the... Well, I hesitate to call it the early game, because we have been... we've been playing for a fair amount of time, and I accidentally reset my Lloyd's Beacon spell. Oops. Whoa! I overshot there a bit. Okay, there we go. The hero was thinking that, oh yeah, no, we still had a warlock. So I think the warlocks are the ones that cause my my characters to go insane. A long dagger that we won't be using because we can't even sell it. So let's carefully set our beacon again, and then town portal to New Sorpigal. So we're going to be doing this a heck of a lot.
Can we assist you?
And then recall. There we go. And to open the doors, you need to not open, but use the levers on the sides of the doors in this dungeon. I think that it's the only dungeon with this sort of mechanic. Hidden door here. Ouch. Wow. I have a master skill in disarm trap, but it still blew up in my face. So yeah, like I said, this is an actual high level dungeon. 5 points of poison damage. I think this is still better. Oh yeah, I need to enchant this. 6 hit points. You know what? It's better. I mean, it has more armor class and it gives me 6 hit points, which is actually fairly bad, but you know what? Better than what I have now. Inventory management. That old chestnut. Will I be able to squeeze it in there? Yeah, well, excellent. Celestial Shield, hit points +5. I can enchant that. I can sell these. And another halberd popped up. Not going to be using that one. Let me just cast haste. And then press onwards. Oops. Yeah, and this, I think this is the door that you will need the key for. I'm not entirely 100% certain it's either this one. No, it's this one. Okay, so it is this one. And we're getting to the fun part of the dungeon, which is the areas positively infested with the wizards and warlocks and everything. I just recast. No, I don't need to recast. I need to go heal though. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be doing this
here?
a lot.
Can we assist you?
But it's pretty much the best way to sort of get right back into the action. Protection from fire. A defender helm. Let's enchant that as well. Maybe I'll get a good enchantment. Might plus 10. Not really. I do have either equivalent or better things on my other helmets. So, what now? Well, I guess I'm gonna go onwards. And the reason why I'm not using my super resistance potions is because I'll be resting so often and everything that I just don't think it's worth it. Because I'll just lose the buff for no reason. Just need to pay attention to the spell points of my sorcerer, because at the moment he's pretty much the most important party member that I have. I'll just recast haste right before I get in there, and rinse and repeat. I'll be doing this pretty much throughout the whole dungeon. Jesus. Did you see the amount of damage that my archer took before I even got to do any damage to them? I'm gonna kill this warlock here. Town portal back, and then we'll deal with these elementals.
Can we assist you?
I think there's one more magician. Yeah. Good. So the fire elementals I can actually kill with my bows. I don't think they're that strong. The fire beasts are actually fairly weak for some reason. I'm just going to do this sort of optional segment, because that's not the way that we have to go, but you know, I get a fair amount of experience from just killing these guys, so it's a good thing to do. Unfortunately, I lack any sort of AoE spells, because most of the spells are in fire magic. Ooh. Something broke and my sorcerer is getting near death.
Yes.
So yeah, my paladin is now a backup power cure user, and that's a very good thing. Not only because I can heal with, because I get more, you know, power cures because I have two people with spell points, but also because I can sort of heal twice as often. So I can sort of do burst heals. Wow. Even broke a bow. And I broke a lot of things on you. What can I use? Can I use Ice Blast? Will I do any damage to you guys? I will do some damage to you, but nothing special, I guess. Wow, Implosion did absolutely nothing. Implosion is actually a very, very useful spell. Because it's a fairly high, or not a very high, it's a high damaging single target spell. But what makes it good is because in certain dungeons that we will go in the future, a lot of monsters are immune to, let's say, Fire Blast and things like that, but you can still hit them with Implosion. So luckily my spellcasters won't be useless in those parts. Well, we're talking about, you know, one of the last dungeons that we will have to do in the game.
We got him.
There we go. Do we get anything special? A Lionheart sword, nice. So this is the best sword in the game. Let me try and enchant this and hopefully we'll get something good. Increased rate of recovery, you know what, it is fine actually. And I'm gonna give this to her because some poison damage is better. And a jewel dagger, yeah, I can actually use the jewel dagger as well. It's a bit better than the mage dagger that I have right now. And it's 2 to 5 points of electrical damage, that is nice. And let's go towards the plate armor. 10 to endurance armor and hit points. We already have pretty much the best plate armor that we can get with the Phoenix. And the Phoenix armor is going to be very useful in this dungeon because of all the fire damage that we would otherwise be getting. And in seeing how difficult the magicians and everything actually are, they don't have a lot of money on them. Like for example, do you remember the Death Knights? They were loaded. I mean, those guys had a serious paycheck. Compared to these guys are just these guys are just poor. Whew.
Can we assist you?
I don't know, is this considered cheating? I don't think it is. Ugh. Ugly dungeon. But this one is an actual difficult dungeon. I guess I could have, you know, played it more properly if I had... Oh, there we go. A moonstone. Is this a useless crystal? Yeah, I guess this is a useless crystal. Oh, but if I click it with the perception girl, I'm actually getting gems off of them, so yeah, that's nice. So gems in this game are actually very rare because you don't get them in chests. You only get them from the crystals, as you have seen this time just now. But in later games, they're actually a source of a lot of money because they sort of, you know, lie in chests and everything. And when you reach high merchant levels, you basically sell them for like 3,000 gold pieces, which is very nice because they're fairly common. And I'm glad they implemented that in the later games, because right now gems are basically a rarity and you don't get that much from them because you don't have the merchant skill in this game. It is honestly crucial, but it isn't nearly as strong as the merchant skill in later installments of the game. Why am I not seeing that guy? Because he's hiding under the bridge, ironically. Protection from fire. And this is the last room that we have to go into. And I thought I recast haste before I got here. Yeah. We're nearly done. Nearly done. Let me just recast my buffs for the last time. I can't wait until I get 12 points in light and dark magic, so I'll basically just have to use 3 spells and I'm done with the buffing. And haste. Quick save. This is the last room that we actually have to go into. Fair amount of warlocks, but nothing special, I guess. There we go. And we did actually clear out the whole dungeon by doing this. Oh, this was actually a wand. I thought it was a spear. Or not a spear, a dagger. Bookcase. Found something. I already know, shared life. Cure paralysis. Nice. Oh, you already know the cure paralysis spell. Okay, that's good. Guardian Angel. Feeble Mind. That's a mind magic spell. That's pretty much it in terms of the bookcases. Do I seriously need to level up my disarm trap skill a bit more? I'll do that. I'll level up my disarm trap, my perception, my merchant, and my repair item skills. Because I know that I can't repair Mordred with just repair item mastery. And voila! The item that we came here to fetch. And plus 10 endurance armor and hit points. That's nice, that is good. And another plate armor. We're resistant to stone. I could have used that when we were fighting the Medusas, and each and every single of my characters is insane. I mean, the porters are hilarious. I have no idea what's going on with Roderick. I think he contracted the what's it called? Rabies? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know, and he just looks like he's having a good time. So let's go straight to Mist. Heal ourselves up because, you know, you can't go visit a lord looking like that. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Oh, who goes there?
The Archmages of Enroth, or at least one Archmage, and of course the best character with the best text in the game. Bestest. So we basically finished the council quests, so now we can go to the council and get access to the Oracle, which was the first part of our journey. And the council is in Freehaven. You can actually visit it before everything. And this is it. And let's just go straight in. So yeah, this guy likes us, she likes us, he likes us, he likes us, he likes us, and he doesn't like us? What is this? Is it a traitor? Well guys, we'll do that. You will find out the answer in the next episode. For now, I've been Chrysantheme. I hope you all enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you here next time. Bye bye!